Hello, my name's Peter Stephenson and I'm the Executive Director of Higher Education and Research at Batchelor Institute. It's a position I've been in now for about 7 or so years and has allowed me to sort of work in building up the research programs over a lengthy period of time. I'm really pleased to welcome you to the Batchelor Institute research programs and look forward to showing you a little bit about what we have to offer. When I'm asked to describe Batchelor Institute research, I start to talk about the Institute as the most unique place in tertiary education space in Australia. We are what's known as a dual sector organisation, and that means that we provide education and training into the vocational area, so certificates through to diplomas. We also teach into undergraduate programs, and we also offer research qualifications at the Masters and PhD level. So it makes us unique in the sense that we are offering it to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students from all over the country who come to this place for a particular learning experience. What we share with all the universities around Australia is our interest in quality education and training and research qualifications. What we also find is that we have great similarity with other First Nations organisations and training organisations and universities around the globe. So our connections are international as well as national. We have 2 research centres and a graduate school and the research office taking charge of this space. One of the units is the research office, and its job effectively is to set and support the research agenda for the organisation. Next to that are 2 centres where the research actually happens. Okay, so we have a very new research centre established called the Research Centre for Collaborative First Nations Research. It's a very exciting new development for the organisation, and in that centre we focus on research in the areas of Indigenous education, Indigenous creative industries, and in a general sense, Indigenous livelihoods. We have another centre called the Centre for Australian Languages and Linguistics, and that centre has a very focused work in the area of working with Aboriginal communities and Aboriginal language speakers around recording language, around maintaining language, and around getting the story of their language out for greater awareness. On top of those 2 centres, we also have a graduate school. The graduate school's role is to support Masters and PhD students through their studies. So the graduate school coordinates their enrolment and supports and ensures that there's quality supervision going on for candidates who come into those 2 awards. As a small institute, Batchelor still has obligations under the Tertiary Education Quality Standards Agency to service and support the postgraduate studies, our Masters and our PhD, to ensure quality in supervision and quality in product. Bachelor's research has specific strengths in key fields of study. We promote ourselves as having great capability in the areas of Indigenous languages, Indigenous arts, creative arts, and Indigenous livelihoods, and lastly in the area of Indigenous education. All of those areas of research strength have come from our 40 years of teaching and training in those areas, and the relationships that we've developed and maintained with the Aboriginal communities in the Northern Territory and beyond. Collaboration is key to Batchelor's research team and the work we do. We have a unique role in the national research arena, and it's those things that combine means that we need to, and we do, work in partnership with many different agencies, community groups, governments, research organisations. So our strategy is to be as collaborative and as networked from community through to government as possible.